What's up, guys? This is JC from Card Battler, back again with another deck profile. So this is a new take for my new deck that I am building along with Despia. I've been doing branded Despia for such a long time. So this is Kashtira Scareclaw, or Scareclaw Kashtira, however you say it, and then supported by a little bit of the Brave cards. So we'll go ahead and start with our main deck. This is the main deck. We have two Reichardt, right? So Reichardt, I want at 2 because we are playing like a 3 engine deck. That's why I'm playing 2, and it's going to be the same for the rest of the Scareclaws. So we're playing 2 Astra, 2 Balone, and 2 Acro. So yeah, I had to minimize this down to basically 2 each of the Scareclaw little monsters because we're trying to fit 40 cards in here. I know I can go over 40, but it's just a preference that I have. Alright, and then last but not least, we have the man himself, Visa Starfrost. So Visa Starfrost is a tuner. You can go into Baron plays if you want. So there's that. So now we're going to go into our Kashtira stuff. So our Kashtira stuff will be 3 Fenrir, very standard. Got it. Banishing for 3, face down, and then we have Unicorn at 3 as well. Then we have Ogre. So Ogre I put at 1 because Ogre is probably the least likely to be played in the entire deck. So it's there just for another level 7 body. And like I said, we are playing Brave Engine. So it's 3 Water Enchantress. Go. And then we have the 1 Wandering Griffin Rider. And then we're going to get into our spells. We have 2 planets. The Reichphobia, that is searchable with our Link 1, Scareclaw Lightheart. And then we have the other Scareclaw spell that we can search off Reichardt, and that is Scareclaw Arrival. I want to put this to 2, but I just couldn't find room. Maybe I'll play 41, but Scareclaw Arrival lets you basically Monster Reborn any Scareclaw or Starfrost in your graveyard. Also, it's not very good right now because it's targeting graveyard stuff, even though, you know, Scareclaw monsters are Earth monsters. But Visa Starfrost is a light monster, so it could be bestialed, and then the Scareclaw monsters could cards, so like Keldo or Nora. But let's go ahead and move forward. So we have Kashtira Birth at 3. This lets us normal summon at level 7 for free without tributing. So fun fact, Griffin Rider is also a level 7. So sometimes if you want to use level 7 body for Griffin, make number 86 or Kashtira Era or Shangri Era, then yeah, you can use that body. Well, you can target for level 7 or your Kashtira monsters after you detach those in it. Basically recycle them. Alright, now we have Rite of Aramis here for our branded stuff. Faithful Adventure, Draco back. So that's pretty simple and standard for our core for the Brave engine. Then our power spells will be Pot of Prosperity. I did want to put these as the shifters because shifter is pretty strong, but we'll have basically D-Fissure instead because I felt that shifter wouldn't do enough, and it make the hands a little bit more cloggier. And last but not least, we have 4 traps in the deck. So we have 2 Scareclaw Twin Saw. So Scareclaw Twin Saw is an amazing interruption card for your opponent. It lets you distribute one of your Scareclaw monsters, target 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy them. Banish this in your graveyard. Link monsters' effects are turned off that turn. Then we have 1 Kashtira Trap for preparations. This is also another like handy tool for the Kashtira engine. And last but not least, this would be our 3rd copy of Dimensional Fissure, but Macrocosmos is just as good as well. So let's go ahead and move to our extra deck. Now for our extra deck, we have two Lightheart. Lightheart is our link 1 that will search us our field spell, any Scareclaw monster, and Starfrost will let us get this. Revive effect is once per day. That there. And then after that, we have one IP Masquerena. IP Masquerena is pretty simple and standard. This lets us get into any big plays like Underworld Goddess or any Tryhard plays. And speaking of Tryhard, we have two Scareclaw Tryhard. Do keep in mind that Scareclaw Tryhard is mandatory 3 effect monster material. So if you Masquerena, make sure you have a third monster on top of the Masquerena as well, because you can't do Masquerena. Alright, we have the Dark Charmer for stealing our opponent's dark monsters, since still a dark attribute heavy format. I think dark monsters are just always going to be in format no matter what. Then we have Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. This lets us interrupt our opponent by basically shutting off the field for the turn, and she's a really good body removal for opponent with IP Mask. Now we're going to get to our Xyz monsters, and we're going to start with 2 Kashtira Shangri-Ira. This will change later when a Photon shot of Hypernova comes out, but 2 Kashtira Shangri-Ira, it's what basically locks your opponent's field zones out, and will basically be one of our big threats for our opponents. Then we have 2 number 89 Diabolosis, the Mind Hacker. So this paired up with the Shangri-Ira is very strong. And then anytime you do anything that is face down stuff, this will activate. So like if you banish, if your opponent banishes face down because of a pot card like Pot of Prosperity or Pot of Desires, this will trigger. So do that in mind. Alright, and now for our number cards, we have 76 and Big Eye. 76 lets you steal stuff, put it to its materials, and Big Eye, that is a basic free mind control. And then last but not least, for our Xyz, we have Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. This will basically be a good board wipe for us. And then one big Chungus Synchro, Sword Soul Supreme, Sovereign Cheng Ying. You can play Baron in place of this because there are combos that let you do Baron place, but I do like being able to interrupt my opponent with another big bungus monster. So this can get really big since all we do is banish cards. So it's in this deck, it'll be Visa Starfrost and a level 4. So it's going to be Rykart and Cheng. May change this to Baron later in the future, but if you've made it this far to this part of the video, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I know I've been very active lately. I do think that moving forward after Photon Hypernova, I may change this deck up a little bit and basically get rid of the Brave Engine, because I do want to get rid of the Brave Engine so I can put a lot more level 7 stuff and a lot of more Kashtira. So stay tuned for an update in February when Photon Hypernova comes out, because I do intend to play this deck a lot, but right now I do have Branded Bestials as my renewed favorite, right? So there's also a bunch of stuff that you can expect from me with Branded Bestials whenever Photon comes out, because a lot of support for that. But anyway, enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.